Well, Goddard St, total bloody chaos. They're digging bloody big holes, exactly where they dug them before. You can just about get a car down if you're lucky, if you want to go over a big hole. If you've got an heavy car, you might end up in the hole. So once again, why they're digging the same hole as they dug weeks ago. Well, Goddard St, they've gone into digging holes in a big way. This is where they had the hole before, and now we've got, I presume these are like stocked cocks, really big ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them, and these bloody big tanks. And yes, they dug the bloody cobbles up again. I mean, it's a serious hole, this is. It's exactly the same. Yeah, so they have dug the cobbles up, so we're going to have fun and games getting that back down, aren't we? And they've gone really deep, exposing the electric cable. And this little ramp's causing bloody chaos. There's just enough room to get a car through. And the question is, will they put the cobbles back right? For some reason this morning the YMCA's closed, and the amount of stuff left outside for them is unbelievable. So I don't know whether they're just late coming in or there's a problem. Well, Asda's been, this by the wheel's been closed for a week and nothing's been done, but we have got some notices. Nobody actually doing anything, but nobody on site at all, but we have got posh notices. So somebody's made a good job of spilling a load of paint there as well. Well, 2 of the signs are down, so they're getting ready to move. I think they are still open at the moment, but they're on the way. I think we are having summer for a week, but the actual flowers around the old square are quite nice. Makes a change to be something nice, doesn't it, around Crewe? But they are quite a good show. There's a lorry coming with a big bit of concrete for the car park. I don't know how much you can see, but this concrete has got bolts in it that are already rusty. That like pre-rusted. Well, we have got tons and tons of wagons coming in with new concrete. That's why it's not going up like the clappers, I don't know. There's 1, 2, one we've just seen on the road. The old wagons come back again, but this side the bolts aren't rusty. And the only half of them are rusty. I can't see this very well, but they're putting scaffolding up now around the car park and drawing pretty lines. What that's for, we'll no doubt find out later in the week. It looks as though they're actually bricking. Just about sort of make it out. It stops around the other side, and definitely see them bolts are rusty. All of them are. Why one side and not the other? Well, they have sort of extended the artwork on this corner now. There's lots of brackets on the other side, so presumably that artwork's going to come all the way round. Just about see the brackets, and then they've got to put the big metal straps or whatever to put the artwork on. I don't know how much you can see on this, probably nothing, but Badger Avenue, one of the busiest roads in Crewe. And a lot of people speed down here, and it's absolutely pitch black. There's one street light. You might be able to see something now, but the whole of the street, there's just this one street light that's lit. So if you want to mug somebody or what have you, or break in, it's absolutely pitch black. And I think Cheshire East need to put a bob in the meter. If you're a lone female or an old person, you don't want me coming down here at night. Further down Badger Avenue, it's as black as the ace of spades. There's not a single bloody light down there. But you come round here, the Ford Lane, and it's like Blackpool Illuminations. There's something serious along there, public safety. If you're going to cross Badger Avenue at night, nobody's going to see you, just going to run you over. I'll find the Asda wheel. That flag's still not been altered. And all I can see is nothing. I can hear some scraping, so we're only doing painting the wheel. It's hard to see through the netting. Well, there's a guy there somewhere scraping the wheel. So we assume that we're going to fix like this the flag. Now around the other side we can see a bit better. So that's all they seem to be doing, is painting the wheel, which is a good thing, but let's fix all the bloody holes. Now 2 is now gone, and that and the shop next to it are now up for rent. Got some guys down here messing about jet washing the pavement. Well, it was pointed out to me the other day, there's a tyre up there and grass, and every time it rains it pours down. This is just by Woolies, the shop, and it's been there since Noah was alive. At Wilko, they still seem to have plenty of stock left. I thought it had all been cleared and everybody had grabbed a bargain bin now. So everything is reduced, but still plenty left to buy. On the squares, anybody ever thought they hailed this as a great thing, didn't they? Chessboard, so you can come and play chess. I've never ever seen any chess pieces or anybody playing chess. So whatever happened to that? Are these people still living in this shop doorway? Surely to God somebody's going to help them. It's hard to see what actually they've done, but the car parks just seems to be getting bigger and bigger. It's hard to sort of pinpoint it, but getting higher and still these bends, and that guy last week who was professional for years said no, that's absolute bloody rubbish. But we won't see it when it's all covered up, will we? So just like Cheshire used to have this dodgy concrete as well that we're finding in schools, isn't it? I mean, house from the scaffolding and they're starting now on this side. Presuming this isn't like the last side, but the several men kicking it and shouting at it and putting scaffolding pole. It's been a job of bloody half that, hasn't it? God knows how much it's cost. And still these swaying, I was calling them swan, but it's actually swaying, isn't it? These wagons are coming in thick and bloody fast. Got 3 on site today. And some serious amount of bloody concrete coming in. I expect it all to be done for next week. Well, if you can hear me over the bloody noise, these lads on the scaffolding seem to be bricklayers. So they're actually, can't see very well, it looks as though they're actually bricking it up. I'm just putting a new upright in. The guy can hit it enough with the hammer. See the rods there, it keeps thumping it, but it want to go in properly. So that's another level going in there. It's going to be bloody tall by the time we finish. We have got the big screen on again. What all they're showing is the past. There's no good telling us what we've missed. We want to know what's coming and the news or something else. It is quite a pleasant area. Lots of nice flowers. Colourful and what have you. So perhaps done with more grass and less stone and stuff. And somebody mentioned the disabled parking, how dull this wall is. Well, there's still to do it, but I mean the rest is all these fancy colours and things. Down there it's dull as ditch water. Well, it's Thursday and I've been getting this car boot on a Thursday, but nothing today. So whether that's now packed up or what, I don't know. And the old Baden Powell Memorial's well looked after. Of course, apart from doing the Scouts, he was one of the greatest spies, wasn't he? Baden Powell. And it's still a nice area around here, even though the war memorial's pointing the wrong way, thanks to the council. What was interesting, I was in Nantwich the other day. Now, my first job 60 years ago was Frank Clayton Hardware in Nantwich before I went to the Odeon as a projectionist. And 60 years later, this obviously changed hands and it's now a bookshop, but it's still going. So when you look at Nantwich, we were saying last week about small shops. It's got lots of small shops, and there doesn't seem to be anything knocked down particularly, or anything closed. It's a vibrant town. Crewe, they just knock everything bloody down and rebuild a load of rubbish. Well, they are putting all these plates on ready for the cladding that comes round, so you won't be able to see anything. Who remembers Jack and Vera Duckworth having cladding on the house and saying how it's going to destroy the house? I mean, this is aluminium, it shouldn't rust, should it? But you've got an air gap there with all sorts going on. Just been on the bus station, we had a comical guy complaining, wants the bus driver sacked because this guy was quoting the Lord's Prayer on the bus and he told him shut up, so you get all sorts in Crewe. On another day, there's tons of these bloody wagons fetching concrete. There's one whole time firm, about 3 wagons. And there must be tons and tons of concrete. Well, the problem is there's only 3 people sort of doing it. You've got the crane driver and one on each end of the piece of concrete putting it in. So we've got tons and tons on site, but no way of speeding the job up unless you get another crane. Because we've only got September, October, November, December when it should have been finished, and perhaps January because of the close down. We've got to get cracking. And they haven't even started on the bus station yet. Well, I might be wrong with this, but someone was saying what they're doing now, I'm assuming this is what he means, is they're filling the holes and columns and anything else you can find with concrete.
I think they have done a bit more then. There's a bus coming round or something.
Yeah, probably, yeah, we're finding
So it doesn't say a lot, does it? Well, Shane's now got an app. Well, two apps, one for App Store and one for Google Play. Well, they are painting the wheel. They don't seem to be doing anything else. It's quite good. Well, they haven't done anything else. The flagstone's still sticking up. I don't know how well you can see this, but we've had a sandstorm last night, and if you look at the bonnets of a lot of cars, you can see covered in bloody sand everywhere. And we did have 6 blokes here watching one fella painting, and he has done a good job, to be fair. But now they're all packed up and gone home by the looks of it. So none of the stones have been changed. The flagstone at the top there, you can still break your bloody neck on it. So is that it? 6 people, 5 to watch and 1 to actually paint.